Okay, welcome everyone. So in today's lecture, we are going to talk about SQL functions. I'm sure everybody know what the function is. What does a function does? Which take an input as an arguments and perform certain action and return output as a single value. That's the most important part of the function. I'll repeat once again. Function take the input as arguments, perform certain action, and always return a single value as a result. Simple. So that is a function. Now in SQL, there are two types of functions are available. Okay. Before going ahead, one thing, functions are of two types, SDF and UDF. SDF is system defined function and UDF is user defined function. That is, you also can create your own functions. That is a user defined function. And there are certain functions which is already provided by the system. That's called as SDF, system defined function. So here we are going to talk about the system defined function, which can be used your day-to-day routine. So in the function, it is divided into two parts. One, single row function. Second is a multi-row function. Multi-row function has a multiple names as well. Group function, multi-row function are the same. Aggregate function are the same. So simply multi-row function means aggregate function, group function, or a multi-row function. Now what's the difference between this single row function and multi-row function? Simple, the name specified, same is the difference. Single row function take an input from a single row, return a result for that single row. That means it returns the result for each respective row. If you are having a 10 rows in a table, result will be the 10 different for each row. That's a single row function. Multi-row function take an input from a group of rows and return a single output. That's called a multi-row function. Very simple. Now, single row function is further divided into 4 categories. And these categories are depends on the data types. So first function is called a number functions. Number function simply means which take an input as a number, return the output as a number. That's why it is called as a number function. Second is called a character or a text function. Now, the way simply the number take an input as a number, return the output as a number. Same way character function take an input as a character or a text, but it can return either a character or a number. Simple. Character function can take an input as a character, return either character or a number. Date functions are used for a date data types value. Very simple. Conversion function. Conversion function is a function which is used for converting from one form to another form. One form means one data type to another data type. That's called a conversion function. So I hope this is clear that 4 different types of single row function. One is number, character, date, and conversion. First, we'll start the conversion number function. There are certain functions which are used in our day-to-day routine, and we'll discuss about those functions. So in the number function, first function is called ABS. What's an ABS? ABS full form is absolute. It take any numeric value and return absolute value for that particular value, but it has been taken as an input. Now, for an example, let's say we'll go here. Okay. I say select 85.6 from 12 and I execute. Now here, we are getting the result what we have been provided, correct? As it is. But now let's say this value we provide to a function called as ABS. Now, it will not return the result as it is. This result will pass to ABS. ABS will perform the action according to the function that is absolute and return the absolute value of 85.6. What do you think? What will be the absolute value of 85.6? Many times we get an answer as 86, sometimes 85. But absolute simply means any value which is positive, or you can say which is 0 or greater than 0, is considered as absolute value. So this value is already absolute. So if any value is already absolute, it won't become the more absolute. So result will remain the same. But if I provide a negative value, minus 85.6, but the result will be now absolute of 85.6. So minus 85.6 will return as 85.6. Simple. So whether I'm providing a negative value or a positive value, result will always be a positive. And for that purpose, we can use a ABS. Clear? After the ABS, next function is called a mod. I don't think this needs to be explained. Everybody know what the mod is. Now, in Oracle, we are not using a symbol for mod, or we are not using operator as a mod. Here, mod is used as a function. What does the mod does? Return the remainder. That's it, simple. It accepts two expressions. First expression is a dividend. Second expression is a divisor. So first expression divided by second expression, and whatever the remainder remains, that will be the result. That's called a mod. Now simply, let's go back here. And we'll say now, select. I'm using a function mod. Now in the mod, we have to use two expressions. Very simple. First expression I'm using a 8. Second expression I'm using a 3. And I say the from 12. So 8 will be divided by 3. What will be the remainder? 3 ones are 3, 3 2s are 6, 3 3s are 9. So it cannot go up till the 3. It will go up to the 2, 3 2s are 6. And what is the remainder? 2. So result will be the 2. Very simple. That's a mod. After the mod, let's move ahead. Round. What is the rounding? Rounding means what? Everybody knows the rounding. That whatever the excess value is there, that will get rounded and will be adjusted in the value to be permitted. That's called a round. Round is taken as a two expression. First expression, the value you want to round, and second expression, the value we want to round up to. Kahan tak round karna hai, that is called the up to. So first, let's understand about the round here. In the round, you have to remember one thing. First is called as, okay, let's write it properly here. Let me use some other tool also to make you understand. Let's say I'm opening a Excel sheet. Okay, just hold on. Let me open the Excel sheet. Okay, Okay, so let me share another thing to you. That is the Excel sheet. Now you can see here. So in this, let's say we have a first expression as 658.786 or 789. Second expression I'm providing here as a 2. So this is what we want to round. Now here we have provided the value 658.769 and second value as a 2. This is the value which we want to round, and this is the value where we have to round up to. So we have to understand this, what this 2 represents. So here we can start at the 0. 0 represents unit. 1, let's say we can go up till the 3. Okay, so 1 represent 1 decimal. Same way it is 2 decimal and 3 decimal. Same way we can have a negative value as well, -1. And we can go this side. We can say fill the series. It's a -2, -3. So after the unit, what comes? Tens, hundreds, then 1000. Simple. So here it is a 2. 2 means up till 2 decimal point is the allowed excess. After the 2, the number of decimal points what we have, that needs to be rounded. So here, how it get rounded now? 789. So 78 is a 2 decimal point, 9 is the excess value. So hence the 9 is the excess value, it has to be rounded. And everybody know the rule of rounded? Less than half and more than half. If it is a less than half, it will become the 0, else it will become 10 and will be adjusted in the 8. So what should be the result here? 658.79. Okay, let's check. We'll go here. We'll say here, select round in the bracket. What value we have taken here? We have taken the value as this one. So here we can say comma 2. Okay, so first is a value to be rounded and second is rounded up to. We'll say the from 12. Now if I execute this, we get a 79. Very simple here. Now what if I say here -2, instead of -2, if I'll say here 0. What does a 0 means? Up till the units, means up till 8 is allowed. And this will be rounded. Simple. So 7. 7 will become 10, adjusted in 8. So the result will be 659. Simple. Same way I can go up to the -2. What does the -2 represent? 0 unit, -100, -2000s. Sorry, tens, hundreds, and thousands. So what will be the result now? 700. So 58 has become the 100, adjusted in 7, and we got a 700. Simple. So this is just extra explain I have, but I know everybody know how to round the values. So we are only interested in what round function does. So what does the round function does? It just round the value. That's it. Require the 2 expression. First, value to be rounded, and second, rounded up to. Clear? Okay, let's go ahead. After the round, we have a trunk. Trunk and round take the same 2 expression and in the same manner. Only difference is Round is rounding the value and trunk is truncating the value. What do you mean by the truncating here? In the round, excess value is rounded and adjusted in permitted value. Whereas trunk is allowed up till the permitted value, and what are the excess value that is removed or truncated. See the difference. Let's come here. Sorry, not here. Not here. Now let's say I'll just copy the same and I'm coming here. Okay, I'll say the round. Instead of round, let's say the trunk. Okay, you will see that same values provided here. Same values provided here. Here it has become the 700. Why? Because this excess 58 is rounded and adjusted to 600. So now here excess value will be truncated. So here the result was 700, but here the result will be the 600. Simple. Now if I say the 0 is up till the units, all the excess decimal will be truncated and we'll get the result as 658. Clear? Same way, let's move ahead. Floor. Everybody know the floor? Floor is one step up in integer. So it return the integer equal to or less than n. I'll repeat once again. Return integer equal to or less than n. That's called a floor. Very simple. Now here, let's see. I'm writing a query here. I say the select floor. And I say here 5.6 from 12. Now it is going to return the integer out of this. That integer must be either equal to this or less than this. Very simple here. So integer first of all cannot go beyond the 5. Simple. Sorry, cannot go beyond the 5.6. So the result will be the 5. Simple here. So what does the floor does? Floor is a flooring. Flooring means where you are standing. That's a flooring. So step down. Very simple. Floor you have to understand as a step down. So 5.6 has been stepped down to 5. One thing, this always return the integer. Same way, second is called as a seal. Select seal. Seal is, what is the seal? I'm making a mistake of spelling here. Let's check it out. No, it's a correct one. Seal, I'm using the same value here, 5.6 from, it returns the integer which is either equal to this or a greater than this. Simple here. Now if I say the 5 will return, that will not be equal to 5.6. So result will be the 6. That is a C. Very simple. So ABS, absolute value, mod, remainder, round, rounding the value, trunk, truncating the value, floor, step down and return integer, seal, step up and return the integer. That's it. Step down means what? 5.6 se niche, 5.6 ke upar. Simple here. Then we have, next is called as, where it is? Hold it. Just a second. So up till the seal, it is clear. Then after the seal, we have a power. Everybody know the power? 2 raised to 2 is power. So return the power value, or you can say just returning the raised value. 2 is to 3. 2 into 2 into 2. That's the power. So it accepts the two expression. First, a value raised to up to what? That is the power. Let's take an example also, so it will be easy for understand. Select power 5, 2 from, what will be the result you're expecting here? 5 multiplied by 5, how many times? 2 times. So 5 into 5. So result will be the 25. What if I say here 2, 5? Will be the result same? No. Now 2 has to be raised up till 5 power of 5. 2 into 2 into 2 into 2 for 5 times. So result will be now 32. Here, same way, the last one is called as select SQRT. Is a square root. If I say 25 from 12, we'll get a square root of 25. That is a 5. Simple. What if I provide a minus 25? Usually when we do mathematical, when a value for any negative, we get a result same as a 5, but including the I. That is an imaginary. But here, hence imaginary is not allowed. So negative value is not allowed here. So it will be an error. Very simple here. So simply you can say that we have understood almost all the number functions, what we use in a daily routine. Okay. I hope it is clear. So we talk about number functions. Now we'll talk about a character or a text functions. Now we know about the character text function. It is just taking input as a character, returning either number or a character depending on the function. So first function or first three function, can we say everybody know it very well? So that is a lower, upper, and init cap. So what is a lower, upper, and init cap? Lower, take the input and convert into the lowercase. Upper, take the input and convert into the uppercase. Init cap, same thing, convert into the initial capital. Okay, let's understand here. We'll go to this. Okay, so we talk about all the number functions, so it is being cleared now. So simply we'll remove this. Okay, now we'll talk about lower, upper, and init cap. So we'll say here, select, I'm using one function, one value as a Raj. From here. Now this value we have provided in uppercase, so currently we'll get in as it is because it is not used with any function. Now let me use a function here as a LOWER, lower. Okay, so lower has taken the expression here. Now if I execute this, this will be converted into the lowercase. Very simple. Lowercase. Simple. Same way, I'll just copy this. I'll paste it here. And this time, I'm already making it as a lower. Now, if I'm using the function lower, it won't make it more lower because it's already lower. So we'll get the result as a lowercase. But if I'm using here upper, then this will get converted into the uppercase. Very simple here. Same thing. I'll just copy it here. And instead of lower, we'll use it here, init cap. What the init cap does? Initial capital. So first character will get capitalized, rest will be the lower. Raj. But what if I'm saying here, Raj is a good boy? Now, my text is this much complete text. So what will be capitalized? Here, each character of each first character of the word will get capitalized. R, I, A, G, and B. Simple, so it's showing as a Raj is a good boy. R is capital, I is capital, A is capital, G and B also capital simultaneously. Clear? So that's a lower, upper. Now here I'm giving a static value, so it can be used along with the table as well. Now for an example, if I'll say select name from Bollywood. Okay, so in the name, I'm having all the name in uppercase. Now here if I use lower, and I'm using the name. Now this is not a static value. So each name will convert it into the lowercase. Now it does not mean the table it has been converted. It is just for display because we have used along with a select. You know about the basic query building and DML as well. Whenever you use anything with a select, that is only for projection purpose. Clear? So let's move ahead. After that, we have a function ltrim, rtrim. First of all, trim means what? Trimming the text. Whatever the character we provide for trimming, if that character is leftmost in ltrim, will be trimmed. If it is rightmost in the rtrim, it will get trimmed. Very simple here. Let's understand here. Okay, so here what we'll do now, I'll just write a one query, select SHAHRUKH Shahrukh from 12. So what we are retrieving the Shahrukh. Simple, we got a Shahrukh. Now I'm using here ltrim and Shahrukh. If I'm not providing the second expression, and if I execute, I'm getting it as it is. But why I'm getting it as it is? Because when you don't provide any expression, it trim the blank spaces. And L represent the left, so it will be trimmed from the left side. So currently we don't have any spaces, so nothing has been trimmed. But specifically you can mention as well what you want to trim. Let's say I want to trim the SH. So if this S or H is on the leftmost, will get trimmed. So in the Shahrukh, leftmost is a S and H. So result will be now Ahrukh. What if I write it here? HAS. Now, first of all, you have to understand this is not a has. It is a 3-character HAS. इन तीनों में से अगर कोई भी कैरेक्टर लेफ्ट मोस्ट है तो वो ट्रिम होगा. Okay, so now in the Shahrukh, leftmost is a S. In the has, do we have a S? Yes, that will be trimmed. Once it get trimmed, H will become the leftmost, and H is available here. So H also will get trimmed. After trimming H, A will become the leftmost. A is also there. So that also will be trimmed. after getting A out, H will become the leftmost and H is also there. So H also will get trimmed, but R is not a part of this. So result will be rook. Very simple here. It's a rook. Clear? Same thing. It happens with the R trim as well. L represent the left, R represent the right. So now it will check from the right side. Out of this we have only H. After removing the H, it will be the K, but K is not here, so it will not continue trimming again. So result will be Shahrukh without H. Clear? So it is very simple to understand that trim is for trimming. Basically, by default, it is for trimming the spaces, blank spaces. But you are allowed to provide a character which you want to be trimmed. That's why it is either L trim or a R trim. Same way, you have only trim. Now, in the trim, you are not allowed to give the expression. If I'm giving it, I'm getting an F. Simple. So if I'm not giving anything as a second expression, and if I'm giving the spaces here, so this trim will remove the spaces from right, left, as well as right. So the result will be the Shahrukh. Clear? L trim, remove from left side. R trim, remove from right side. Trim, remove from both the sides. Clear? So we know the lower, upper, init cap, L trim, R trim, and trim. Next is sub str. Sub str is called as a substring. Substring take three expressions: value, starting point, number of characters. Listen it carefully. Value, starting point, and number of characters. And that will be extracted from the main string. Okay, understand with an example. Here, now I say select sub str. I'm using the same thing as Shahrukh. Okay, so how many expressions the sub str requires? 3. This is the first one. Second, I'm saying as 2. And third, I'm saying as 3. So now extraction will start from second character index and it will extract 3 characters, which is second H, A, H. 3 characters are there. So result will be now H, A, H. Very simple. What if I give the value as a -2? So -2 means from the right side. This is 1, this is 2. So simply you can say that it will start from K. But after K, we don't have 3 characters. So it will retrieve available characters. So result will be KH. Clear here? What if I say 2, 0? 0 means starting from 2, but no characters. So result will be the null. Now, whatever the negative value I'll provide here will be considered as 0. Simple. That's a sub-str. Then we have a next function called as in str. select in str. What is the in str? In str is for finding out position of the character in the string. Require the for expression. Okay, let's take the same example here. We'll make it here SHAHRUKH sharp. Now in this, I want to find out the position of H. Simple here. So I'll provide here H. So I want to find the position of H. So it will provide the H. I'm providing here H. Now next expression I have to provide search kahan se start karni hai. So I say the 1. So search will start from the first character. And next we provide which appearance of H you want. Which appearance means what? First H, second H, third H, or so on. So I want a second H. Then I say here from 12. So in the Shahrukh, search will start from here. This is the 1, 2. It found the H. But I want a second H, so it will not consider this. Go ahead. This will be the second H. So this is the 1, 2, 3, 4. So position of this H is a 4. So result will be the 4. Simple here. So result is 4. So we got it here as 4. What if I start the search from third character? Now search will start from here. It is not going to check these two. Correct? So this will be the first H and this will be the second H. So now the result will not the 4. Result will be the 8. Clear? That is the in-str. So in-str mostly used for finding out the position of the character. Clear? If you are not providing these two things, so it is by default considered as 1, 1. That will start from 1 and the first instance. So here the result will be the 2. Clear? That is the in-str. After the in-str, next is called length. I'm sure everybody know what the length is. Length is nothing but it returns the position, length of the word what you have been provided. Very simple. So you'll understand this easily here. I say the select GTH length. And I'm using the same thing. Okay, so length of Shahrukh from 12. What the length we are going to get? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So result will be the 8. Length is total number of characters available in that text will be the length. That we are getting it as a length here. Very simple. Next is LPAD. Now this LPAD and RPAD, we have two things. L means left, pad means padding the value. R means right, pad means padding the value, which require 3 expressions. First expression, the actual value. Second is how much character you want in the result. Pad value is a value which add the pad and make that actual into that many characters. Okay, understand here. Okay, let's say I say the select Raj from 12. So I'm going to get it here as a 3 characters RAJ because here I have only the 3 characters. But as a result, for uniformity of my column, I want a 5 character in the result. Simply, I want a 5 character in the result. So here I'm using the L pad. Very simple here. Now in the L pad, I want a 5 character. So I'll say the 5. Now, if this is not 5, which character to be added, that can be provided here. So I'm providing here, let's say the hash. There's the hash. Hash. So now it will return this as a 5 character. And if it is not 5, hash will be added at a left side. Hash will be added at a left side. So if I execute, the result will be hash hash Raj. Simple. Same way for the rpad, everything will be same, but I'm using it as rpad. So hash will be added at the right side. So result will be now Raj hash hash. Clear here? So one thing you have to remember in this number is important. This number is important. What I'm going to say here is understand. Now let's say I'm saying here RAJSH. Now RAJSH is having a 6 character, but I want only the 5. So this is not padding up, it is removing the character as well. So result will be RAJS. H has been removed. Simple. So important is not padding, important is the size. Clear? LPAD, RPAD is clear to everyone. Let's move ahead. Now we have a replace. Everybody know the replace? Find and replace. Same thing. So now, replace is required of 3 expression. Okay, so we can say select, replace. Let's say I'm using here Salman. Okay, I'm saying here that SA has to be replaced with P. So in this text, wherever the SA is there, that will be replaced with the P. PL man. SA is replaced with P. Now SA is not considered as a 2 character, it's considered as a 1, which has to be replaced with a 1 word as a P. That's called a replace. Very simple. Everybody is knowing that what is a find and replace. Same thing you can assume here. Replace text, in that text find this, replace with this. What if I'm not providing the replace with what? That means we are saying that find the SA and remove, replace with nothing. So here Salman will become Elman because we have not provided the third expression. Clear here? Very simple. Same way we have one thing called as select, translate. Instead of replace, we have a translate. Now what's the difference between the replace and translate? Replace is also replacing and translate is also replacing. Only difference is replace, replace word by word. SA is a 1 word. Let's say I'm using the same thing here. Salman. Then here I'm replacing AL. With RM. from 12. In case of replace, what will be done? It will search for AL. This is AL replaced with RM. But hence it is a translate. It will translate the bit by bit. Here A with R, L with M. Here it's not a complete word AL. It's not a complete word RM. So wherever you will find the A will be replaced with R. Wherever you find L will be replaced with M. So now you will say that this A also will be replaced with R. So result is SRMMRN. Why SRMMRN? A with R, L with M. So SRM and M is already there. Next R as a next A is with M. Clear? So simple. Almost we know all the functions. Lower to translate. So this was a function which is used for a character. And now we are aware about character function as well. So in the next topic, we'll talk about the remaining functions.